future.
Thank you, Dr. Nayak. And I want to thank Mr. Baweja first because he's made my job a little bit easier, because some of the stage that is going to set for us as to what the future aircraft will look like, you will see in my presentation, is that's where we are headed with this particular airplane, and that's where the Boeing company is going for the future commercial transport airplanes. So my topic today really is to talk about what is it that Boeing is doing in what I consider a game changer, the 787, that is going to fly for the first time in the next quarter and should be in a commercial service for operation in the first quarter of 2010 after an extensive flight test program involving 6 aircraft. So the first thing it is all about is significant economic and range advantage. I'm sure many of you know that Air India, with its 777-200 long-range aircraft, has started operating Mumbai-New York non-stop, Delhi-New York non-stop, and in August they're going to start flying Delhi-San Francisco non-stop. That's the range, because people like us who fly often want to go non-stop from point A to point B, and this airplane will help take that, and also it's going to complement the 777 family that we have. It's going to have a new level of productivity, that is in terms of maintenance cost, life cycle cost, and how many hours you can get utilization out of this aircraft. The third point, and I'm going to have details on each one of these, as to what is it that for passengers like you and me who fly a lot of hours, what's in it for us? How is this going to change our experience of flying? Because many times today when we go through a long flight, say from India to US, we dread the fact that we're going and flying. We want to change that, and we want people to again look forward to the sort of fun of flying which used to be there in the past. And then we will talk about some of the environmental stuff, which is very crucial, the green thing that Mr. Baweja talked about. But the green revolution is here, it's in the world. I'm sure you saw the green marathon that took place on NDTV Profit a couple of days ago. Green is here to stay. So with that, I just want to tell you that because of these reasons, we had an unprecedented customer response for this aircraft, and you can see all these airlines that have bought it. But since we are in India here, I want to tell you proudly, the national carrier Air India was one of the early purchasers of this aircraft. They ordered 27, and the Jet Airways is also a customer of ours. So with that now, I'm going to really focus all about what is this airplane in terms of technology and the passenger experience. So what is it that we were thinking when we decided to launch this aircraft? Number one, it had to be a visionary design. What does that mean? Is a shift in aerodynamics, propulsion, composite materials, and the new airplane systems. We have been building airplanes for a number of years, in fact since 1916. That's how long Boeing company has been in existence. What we want to do now is build on the success of 777 and come up with new technologies which have been advanced over the time and put it all in this airplane. But you don't do technology for the sake of technology. You got to make sure it's economical, because today, you know, in our country and all over the world, all airlines are in very difficult situation. Our airlines are losing money here to the tune of $1.5 billion a year. So the more economic airplane we make, lower maintenance costs, lower fuel burn, lower operating costs, it's going to help airlines in these difficult times, or in times when, as you all know, fuel price went to $147 a barrel. There's nothing an airline can do but to pay it. And if you have a very fuel-efficient airplane, you can certainly be better than somebody else that you're competing with. Passenger experience. We have a lot of choices today. Gone are the days when you had one flight a day from, say, Mumbai to London. Today you can go from Bangalore into Frankfurt, into Singapore, into Bangkok, many places, London, and all these things. Those choices were not there. There are more choices, more airlines. So if you have an airplane that is going to be having a better passenger experience than others, sure, you're going to be a differentiator. And we wanted to offer that capability to the airlines that will buy this airplane. And we wanted to give an integrated support right from the delivery of the aircraft all the way to the retirement, which could be a 30-year or 40-year cycle. Nobody can predict right now how long this airplane will be in service at a particular airline. And I talked about environment. We'll give you a little bit more details on that. So the fundamental differences in this airplane compared to today's airplane are on this slide. The key is the composite primary structure. There isn't, as far as I know, a commercial transport airplane today that is made significantly of composite material. Then we have advanced wing design. We came up with a flight deck that is very simple, and again I'm going to have pictures of all these things, and that will be easy to transition from one aircraft type to the other. One of the key things in terms of requirements is a pilot resource. Many airplanes earlier, when we didn't have a recession, when we didn't have this problem, in India also we had shortage of pilots. You all know how many foreign pilots are flying aircraft in Indian airlines in India. It's happening today also. If you have a quick transition and a common philosophy of the flight deck, you probably can avoid that. And what we did is we built this airplane in two particular sizes, because one is about 220, 230 seats in two class. The other one is about 250 to 270 seats in two class. And the only thing I want to take away for you in this slide is the dark band. This airplane is designed to fly long range. It's going to fly like 13, 14 hours so that you can go Mumbai, Sydney nonstop. And that is really the purpose of this airplane, to complement not quite the 777-200LR which you see at the very far right. It isn't going to fly as long as that, but it's going to have a pretty long legs so it can go long distances. Okay, now technology brings its challenges too, and I'll be the first one to admit here we had our issues on this program. The airplane should have been in service in India today, but we have not delivered, and we are not pleased about it. But I can go into detail later if you want about what are the issues. But this is our current milestone. We're expecting the first flight in the second quarter in 2009. You see that circle that's open. We want to enter in service at the end of first quarter next year. And the Dash 9, which is a bigger variant of the Dash 9, will come into service in late 2012. And one of the challenges why we are in this position today is you can see this airplane is made in US, Canada, Australia, Asia, Europe. Every continent is involved in the design and build of this airplane. You can see different parts which are being made, and we are doing, which we are very good at Boeing company, a large-scale integration of this airplane. And all these parts from all over the world are going to come here. And some of you may know this, but Tata, TAL, or part of the Tata Motors, is building a factory in Nagpur in the SEZ, and there they're going to build the floor beams that are going to be installed in this airplane.